we go. Good afternoon, good afternoon. So what is separately what I normally do. Welcome to round 2 of the Perry 10K Sherathon. Let's put that way so hopefully it'll be sharper. There we go. So I'm outside, so my laptop screen's a bit glary. So thanks for coming in, welcome. Perry 10K, that's the website, barryselby.com/join, where you can go to join the group if you want to. This is the last few days we can sign up this year because we're running out of time, and this is the Sherathon round 2. And it's how I became an entrepreneur. Thanks for coming in, thanks for bringing your friends and your followers. As you can see in the schedule, it is myself, I'll give you the names first, myself, then Laura, then Candy, then Cara, then Stephanie, and Miss Laurie Lai bringing it home. And that's all the handles you can see, and I'll be following everybody as well, and you'll be following me. So some of us have an easy name to remember because it's our name as a hashtag. There you go, Laura's up next. She'll be putting in emojis shortly. Candy and Laurie have unusual handles that don't match their names, which makes it harder. But that's okay. So welcome. Thanks for coming in. All right. So I'm going to put that away for a second and go back to my thing. Whoops, as I trip over the tripod. Attempting to put it in. There we go. Hi. You want to be added? Valerie, are you in Perry 10K? If you're not, go to barryselby.com/join to find out more about it. This is the last 4 days of this year where you can sign up and become part of this group. So that's it. Position this around this way. So I'm doing it outside because it's actually slightly warmer outside than it is inside today, which is fun. There you go. Go to barryselby.com/join. In fact, I have props. Just to make it easy. So thanks. Oops, I had to get my other prop now. So thanks for joining me. Just sort of padding for a couple of minutes so everyone joins in. You touched it on and replied to and follow and see. That's all I need to do. Okay. I'm not sure what exactly you meant in that languaging. So let me start at the beginning. Actually, I'll give it another 2 minutes just to answer questions about Perry 10K before I go into my 10-minute share about entrepreneurship, which is a wonderful word to spell. So thanks for coming in. Make sure, by the way, if you are... Oh, yes. Sorry. So, yeah, Cindy's telling you all you need to know there, Miss Val. Please make sure that you are, in fact, tapping the little guy in the corner and swiping and then following me. Please follow me. That'd be appreciated. Also, share this on Twitter and also share with your followers on Periscope. That'd be awesome. All right? So, welcome to my my section, as it were. Round 2. I'm kicking off round 2. Got amazing people following me, had amazing people go before me, and I get to do my 10-minute segment. So, hi, nice to have you here. So, it's Cara. Good to have you here too. Okay, thank you, yes, and give me hearts too. As much as funny as Cindy said, it's interesting because Periscope just changed their metrics, so now they work on trending, not on hearts, to give value to people speaking. But we're like, we love the hearts, don't give up the hearts. So please keep tapping the screen for hearts, and we much appreciated. So that's that. All right. Good. Well, Val, we're checking again. If not, if it doesn't come up that you've been in there, you can always go back and do it again. Just enter the information and make sure you do subscribe, do apply a second time. So, all right. And it's close enough to 2 o'clock. I'm going to get started, I think. So, hi, welcome. My name is Barry Selby. I am a relationship expert, as was shared previously. Thank you so much for that. And it's funny how people say things that they didn't even know were coming. That was so interesting. I'll tell you in a moment about that, what it's about. I am known as a heartbreak repair specialist, and I'm a love, relationship, and dating expert. And my focus primarily is working with single women who want to heal their hearts, which is why my friends call me the Love Doctor, because that's what I do. Not clinically, but metaphorically. So you know what that's about. So, yeah, let me give you the 3 key. I'm going to give you 3 major piece of the puzzle so you know now about how I became an entrepreneur and how you can become one too. And I'll explain from my own perspective what motivates me, and then you will have the clarity too. And let me actually speak to that right now, this distinction. My niche, my work is in the area of relationships, but my ideal clients had to be really specific, and I can talk about that in a moment, and in fact that's number 2, so I'll get to that in a minute. So, teasing ahead of what's coming. So being an entrepreneur is not something for the weak of heart, or faint of heart, to say the least. It's one of the most challenging and transformational experiences of your life, outside of a seminar room, that is. it's changed my life. It's changed my vocation. It's changed my heart. What about married midlife crisis couples? I can work with them too because I know part of what it's about. And I'll mention that in this sharing. So just watch this and you may get some inspiration from what I'm about to tell you because this is my area too. So, count them, 3 keys of why I believe being an entrepreneur is such a powerful thing and why I'm an entrepreneur. The first one, why? What is your why? What motivates you? Because, okay, let me back up a second. I've had 9 careers in my life. Yes, 9. That's that many. That's a lot of careers. As in different, distinct, not just jobs, but careers. So none of them were my why. They were what I just fell into, conveniently. One thing led to another, one led to another, and it was guided by whatever happened. Like someone said, you should try doing this. Or I did college to get something else. But it was never my why. So first thing, always, for me, and this is what I talk about with one of my clients, and I'll explain a bit for that person who asked about married couples. Why is so vital? What is your motivation to be in the world? Yeah, 9 convenient careers, exactly. How many jobs? Probably double that. Maybe more than that, actually. I haven't really tracked that, to be honest. This is my calling and my work. I mean, I wrote a book, for Christ's sake. That's nothing that people do generally, and I wasn't planning to write a book. But the why pushed me, the why motivated me, the why inspired me to do it. Because your why is what fuels your joy, what fuels your heart, what fuels your passion to live, to serve, to make a difference. And for me, as I learned several years back, is what started this process for me and about your husband midlife crisis stuff, it's not knowing a purpose. I had no clue what it was. When I discovered it, it became automatic. That's the why for men, especially, and for women too, is what's your purpose? What is your reason for being? That's your why. So that's number 1, and I'll come back to that in a second, but I'll make sure I cover the 3 main points and then do recap. Number 2, sorry, this is the high-tech props I have here. Whoops, that's number 3. Number 2, let me get number 2. Who? Who do you serve? Who are the people that you feel called to make a difference in their lives? For me, after I discovered my calling, but also discovered where I was out of alignment, was in the area of relationship. So that's where I knew my heart was going to be working with. But what I saw more than anything else was how many women were wounded. And it literally was almost inevitable that I had to do this. Because working with men was like, yeah, that's okay. But working with women, helping women own their power, their magnificence in the feminine, because I see the gap between women in the world doing work and where it's needed to be when in their feminine strength. And I'm so passionate, and I've declared myself as being a champion for the feminine, literally. In my interviews and in my work, I express that because I'm passionate about women living their power, their truth in the world, in their feminine strength. So absolutely, you need to know who it is you're serving. So that's the second one, is who. Who do you serve? And it's the why of what motivates you. It's also the why of why you want to serve them. All right? So that's good. Thank you. I appreciate that. This is my, sorry, I'm checking this there. So yes, thank you for that. So that's number 2. And the other one's kind of simple. Number 3, when? And what I mean literally is, when is now a good time to do this? And I'm playing that intentionally to spin that, because there's no time like the present. If you have a yearning inside, a why, a pulling, a calling, a push to do that, to serve, to make a difference, and you know who it is you want to serve, they are waiting for you. They're waiting for you now. Not in 2 years, not in 5 years, not when you have all the certifications, but if you have some information, some knowledge to share with somebody, you can be out there teaching it. Now, whether you do it as an entrepreneur or as a part-time job whilst you work to pay the bills, it's up to you. But for me, being an entrepreneur is the big jump, and I didn't do it the right way, let's be honest. Unlike some other people who shared earlier, who said about how they planned everything out and they did it the right way, I jumped off the cliff without any parachute. So it wasn't the smartest move. Basically, I knew what I had to do, and I dropped everything to step out. Yeah, plan what plan? I knew that I had to get going fast. And it's been a slow road in some ways, but it's been a fast road in other ways. To be in my truth, to speak my work, and to live in my truth for the last 5 years, because it's been about 5 years I've been doing this now, has not been easy, not recommended, but I wouldn't take back any part of it. The path my life's led me on, including Periscope as part of the conversation, has been transformational for me. And I'm very grateful for what's been given to me along the way as gifts. So why, who, when? Yes. No, we don't get instructions. Absolutely we don't. That's the challenge. but also it's the opportunity. So to speak, because I've got a few minutes left, 5 minutes I think, to what who asked the question, but who suggested that I have other things going on? There is. There's something coming up that's going to start next year, and I already know, I've already seen it coming, like no plan, but being guided by some other influence. The relationship coaching, the relationship teaching is a large part of my work. It's been the work for me for the last 5 years. It's the book I wrote, 50 Ways to Love Your Lover. It's a book about relationships. You never would have guessed from that title, would you? But a part of what I'm passionate about, as I said before, is purpose. Living our truth, living our work, living our why into the world. Again, number one, why. That's your purpose. So a lot of my work is going to is helping my clients discover why they're here, what they're driven by, what their passion is, what their mission is. So purpose is important. So that's two. So one is relationship, two is purpose and mission. The third one, which I'm still exploring more how to express it, is spiritual understanding. I've been on a spiritual path for 30 years, and I don't really talk about it much in my work, but it's becoming more needed in the world, especially what happened in Paris. 50 Ways to Love Your Lover, not 50 Ways to Leave. Right, exactly. That was the book is a counteraction to that. So yes, thank you, Laura. That was Laura, I think. What happened in Paris, the way people are reacting to it is variable. But the recognition for me as a spiritual teacher, as a spiritual understanding, is how do we respond to that in a way that's constructive, not destructive? And there's a lot more information out there and I don't want to get into that now because I don't want to get the whole story about that. But this is a part of the work I'm bringing forward next year, is really bringing the spiritual understanding of how we live life fully as whole beings and living our lives in relationship, living our lives in our mission and purpose, our calling, our why, and live in the world that is holistic for ourselves. So there is more coming in my work. There may be 2 more books coming too. Oh, I just said that out loud. So there may be other pieces coming too. But truth be told, it's inevitable. Now I've said yes to this, I've opened the door that can't be closed. I've opened a space. Now this may be scaring you, so I apologize if it's scaring you out of your wits, but you've got to embrace things. I've got some things happening right now that I've been asking for, and now they're showing up. It's freaking the out of me, and I'm absolutely grateful for that. So I said yes to a bigger picture, a bigger vision that I don't even know what it looks like yet. But I know because I'm stepping into this role, because I'm not an employee, I'm not a 9-to-5er, I'm committed to this path. I can say yes to this because it's not requiring me to go, okay, I need to clear the decks and change things around. I have the freedom of being an entrepreneur. By the way, that's another word that's not even in the conversation about freedom. As an entrepreneur, I can do anything. Yes, accountable. Right. We're accountable to ourselves in our opportunities, in our work, in our mission. And this world, frankly, needs us more than ever. Interesting reading, yeah. And by the way, I speak to that one thing. You know that the 9-to-5 routine, the 40-hour work week, and the whole way schools are built was to actually support the war effort? The war effort was been over for 70 years. Isn't it about time we stepped into freedom, entrepreneurship, unique talents and gifts that we have innately, and share those versus being someone else's employee? You know? So I'm putting this out. I mean, this is kind of a what's I'm looking for. Yeah, it's true. I mean, it's true. I mean, schools were that way. That's why there was a teacher in Chicago named Gardner who actually came up with 7 modalities of learning that kids have that we don't teach them. We teach 1 out of the 7, which is by rote. And to have the opportunity to learn from the get-go who we are and what we're about changes the planet. And the world will be changed by the entrepreneurs. Thank you. 2 minutes. All right. So my mind's just blanking on it for a second. So modalities. Oh, okay. I'll come back to the second. So I'm just checking something out. So Laura, you're going to be putting up some emojis shortly. The modalities are different ways of learning. So musical, mathematical, physical or spatial. There's logical, I think it's a mathematical word. It's like 7 of them, and they're basically what they are. It's the different way people take information in. Lots based on NLP modalities, but some of it's more powerful than that because some kids learn musically. Some are musical geniuses but can't spell. But you teach them through musical form, they'll learn. That's an example. So there are 7 modalities. The guy's name is Gardner, I believe, Gardner. So, yeah, anyway. Okay, she's going live this year right now, put up the yellow hearts, make sure you're following her. You have to look online. I don't remember the teachings, it's not my area of expertise, but I've watched it and I'm really impassioned by it, so I want to make sure you see it. So, that's a lot more than I planned on saying. But how I became an entrepreneur is trusting this, my heart, my guidance. Yeah, Google it, have a look. All right? So, yeah, I think it's about time. So Laura should be up next, so please make know when she's live. Thank you for watching me. Make sure you're following me. Tap on the guy in the corner and make sure you're following me. And also make sure that you are sharing this on your followers as well. Thank you for watching me. And by the way, we got another level of this tomorrow, day after, and Friday, all about entrepreneurship. So if you're watching now, stay tuned, we have more coming. So, thanks for watching. And I believe Laura's up any second now. So, there's Miss Katya. Is Laura live yet? Because she should be live any second now. I just want to check before I sign off. And thanks for watching, by the way. Thanks for following. This is the juicy stuff. And frankly, those of you watching, I want to applaud you because you said yes. Because you actually were listening to this. Because a lot of people sign in and then sign off because they don't want to listen to this because it's too much over their head. They're scared of this. But you stayed, so thank you for watching. So I appreciate you being here. And if you're watching the replay, thank you for staying through the whole thing as well. I appreciate you being here for that too. And if you want to get any help, just reach out to me, direct message me on Twitter or Facebook message me, or reach out to me by emailing me. And my name is Barry Selby, and so my handle is that. So it's barry@barryselby.com is my email. All right, she's live. Great. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next scope. Come join me. Bye.